Yo, what's up guys, Shujinkydink here. Welcome to a video all about custom variations. I thought it would be fun if we all shared kind of what variations we're using and kind of why we decided to use them. So this is what this video is all about. I'm going to go through all the characters that I play, that I actually plan to play around with a little bit, that I haven't really done before. And yeah, so before that though, I just want to say shout out to my son. He's been making some MK content. He's been really practicing hard with his editing skills. He's on his way to 1,000 subscribers. I'll link his channel down below. I'll put a little thing on the screen here. If you go over there, sub to him, check out his videos. He's really trying to get that YouTube grind. He's putting in a lot of effort and I'm really proud of him. So
hashtag memes.
Hashtag memes. That being said, let's get into the video. So starting with Cetrion here, I don't know if this will be the variation that I play the most of anymore or not. There's just so many fun things I can play around with now that, you know, Cetrion is probably still the one that I'm best with because I've played for so long, but I'm going to keep the variation the same. I'm going to keep it with this, I'm going to keep it with the ground pound, I'm keeping it with the shattering boulder, and then of course the boulder delay and cancel, because the boulder cancel is really good for baiting out teleports, and a lot of those Cetrion players don't believe in how good it is. You can also throw off flawless blocks with it, but I'm a believer in it, so I'm going to rock it because practice what you preach or whatever that kind of thing is. I've played around with a couple of her other things. All of her buffs, it's actually very nice now that you can just pick a buff. Like they still have the conflicts of elements available, but I don't know why you would use it because now you can just pick whatever one you want. Mind you, I guess for different matchups, maybe the wind one's better than the fire one, but in my opinion, I would almost always go with the fire one because you get that extra crushing blow that you don't get in the other ones, as far as I'm aware. I'm fairly certain when I say that, with the throw crushing blow. So it just seems, and it does damage over time, so it just seems like it's far and away better than the other ones. Maybe the wind, but it takes 2 spots to actually assign it, each buff, so it still seems quite expensive to me. So, and the teleport, they changed that a little bit, so I think it's 2 bars of defensive meter now to use it, which is fair. It's a really good move, and Cetrion just has a good move set as it is. So that being said, that's the Cetrion I'm going to stick with for now. I really like the idea of ground pound. It gives you some really good up-close mix-up kind of thing, and you can mix up the zoning if you want, blah blah blah, and then shattering boulder just hits them full screen, you know, if they fail to block it, and then they're trying to move in again. So that being said, I've been having more fun with other characters than Cetrion, so I'll kind of want to show you those ones. So this is the variation that I've been playing the most, and I actually have a gameplay video coming out tomorrow on it. We got the gutted move, and then we got the blade charge. And I think that combination of things, because you get the really good damage from the gutted move, and then if they try and break away, you get the blade charge, and that breaks their armor, and you get a crushing blow on top of that. So that just changes Baraka, because all of a sudden he's got this really crazy neutral move. It's really fast, hard to react to, covers a lot of space. So I think that is the funnest variation for me so far, and I think it's probably the best combination of tools that you can have with Baraka that I have kind of stumbled upon so far. That being said, there is a second variation that I made that I haven't really had time to play around with. The only problem is he doesn't really have any more crushing blows with it per se, but it does pretty decent damage all around, and I think it could have some unexpected things that you could do with it, so I'm going to show you that one right now. So this kind of started as a troll, but the more that I kind of played around with it, the more I was like, well, there might be something to this. So we have all 3 War Banner moves in this one. So we have the War Banner Bash, he has the War Banner Run, and he also has Staked, which is a low attack. It's actually a true low attack, and it's fairly quick. Well, not quick, but it could be a good mix in something like that, where you got the overhead there, or if you're playing around with back 2 a little bit. You can use it as a combo ender as well, especially in the corner. I've been kind of finding here. Boom. 292. They can't break away, so that's 300 damage because you're getting a damage boost from having this out in the first place, right? And then on its own it does decent damage as well without even doing anything else. 210. That last one didn't combo, I just noticed that. But anyway, so I thought that would kind of be a cool thing to kind of mess around with, and I'm going to in the next couple days and just kind of see how viable it is, because this is just so fun. It's just so fun. I've been over this before, but armor the whole time, run them in, it's really good. Eventually just push them to the corner, and now my flag's still there, and I just do whatever I want. So I don't know, maybe there's something to that, maybe there isn't. I don't know. But Baraka, for some reason, and I don't know why, well, I kind of know why, because he is honestly my favorite Mortal Kombat character. Anyone that's been on the channel for any amount of time would probably know that. He was my very first character that I played with back in Mortal Kombat 2. And it's very, very close between him and Quan. But there's just something about Baraka. Maybe it's the nostalgia. Maybe it's just the games that I've played him in. He's grown on me for some reason. And he's my favorite character, so. Moving on to character number 3. So this is kind of my dream variation with Katana that I always kind of looked at when I was looking at her moves before. So it's very similar to Fearless. We have the low fan and we have the fan NATO. But instead of having the Edenian twist in the air, which was nice because you did get that crushing blow fairly consistently, we have her the Royal Protection. So someone's trying to move in with their projectiles, nah. I'm going to absorb those, get the damage buff, and just throw mine back at you. Now, another side thing that she also gets, that she didn't get in Fearless, was the air square wave. So all of a sudden we have people desperate to get in, we're throwing this at them, we're throwing this at them, we're throwing this at them, and all of a sudden, bam, we hit them with the bum cheeks. Or maybe we don't. Maybe we just throw a fan. Maybe we're getting pretty good at our instant air fans. Instant air bum cheeks is still kind of taking a timing or two because I'm not very good. I'm not used to ever having the move. I've never played a variation where I have the move, so I haven't really had like a whole lot of interest in Katana. Like I said, I've mostly been playing Baraka, but I do want to play around with this a little bit. The down forward 4 is for projectile parry is a really weird input to me. It's something that's new to myself, so it'll probably take me a little while to get used to it, but I feel like once I feel comfortable and I have a pretty good understanding of how this game kind of works, I'll be able to implement it, and you'll see more Katana videos in the future. So I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time on Rambo because I don't know how much I'll be playing him, if I'm being honest. There's just so many characters that I have to try out. But I'm keeping the M60 or whatever it is. I'm keeping the log. And I'm getting rid of the artillery strike because I did find that it kind of inhibited me. If you missed my debut playing as Rambo, I'll post a link to that video in the description down below. It didn't go as planned, so I'm switching that out for the Claymore because I think that might be a little bit more of an effective zoning tool. They have to be aware of where it is at all times, and then I can also kind of, that's not what I wanted, hide it up. Where is it? Are you getting close to it? What's happening? Where are you? Oops, I did it again. Anyways, that's probably a fairly predictable variation of Rambo that I chose, and that's all I have to say about Rambo because, like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on him because I don't know how much I'll really be playing him. Alright, so this was my version of Shang Tsung. You guys have already seen it before. We have the crashing flames because we don't have the ground eruption. We have the exploding corpses that actually launch, combo launch. The unfortunate thing is they really nerfed the damage on that. That being said, I used to be able to do like 500 with 2 bars, which seems fair. I mean, Baraka could do that with just crushing blows. So, what's the big deal? I'm keeping this fire tornado, but I don't really think it's very good. I was really hoping if it didn't go away on block, then that would be a different story, because I can kind of hide behind it a bit, especially with the nerf damage of this guy. So, Vile Sorceries is good, and I think that's probably something that you should have in all variations of Shang Tsung. They nerfed how long it lasts on you, so it's not on there as much, which is fine. But it's super quick and easy to get up, as I missed it a couple times. So, that being said, Shang Tsung might move off my roster. I was really hoping for some changes to the Spellmaster stuff. After looking into it, it's all exactly the same. Still no reason I'd really use any of it. So, I think Shang Tsung is officially removed from my roster now. I think I've said that like 3 times, but either way, you're out of here, Shang Tsung. Let's move on to the final character that I have. Alright, the final character that I'll show you here is Shao Khan, the Dark Dink special. He's about due to make a comeback, I think, so we're keeping the Ridicule, of course, because why would you play Shao Khan and not have that move? Seriously, we've been waiting for that to come back for how long now? We're also keeping this move because I think it's really good for a restand. I think it gives you +7 restand, as well as it is kind of tricky to block. Just the animation looks like the second hit should be an overhead, but it's double lows. Gets everybody, I swear. And then we have the skewered move as well. So that way we have an armor break, so we can just combo away. And we have this in addition to an armor break, which doesn't crush and blow or anything, but then you get a little bit more damage with your combos. A little bit more expensive, but whatever. We like damage. 364, whatever. So, that's my variation of Shao Khan. And I think that's it. That's all the characters. There was a variation of Devora that I'm thinking I might play around with, maybe a little bit. I haven't really decided on it yet. I have to take it into practice mode more. And then Noob Saibot, I know I've played him a couple times, the Pitch Black, and I'm just, not my jam, not my jam. So these are the main characters I'm trying with. Yeah, let me know what you got going on. What's your custom variations look like? Post them down in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, because it really helps me out, and subscribe if you haven't, because I make new videos almost every single day. Hashtag Bonehawks, all that stuff, and we'll see all you guys in the next video.